it's me, Anna. So today's episode is called Real Talk, and I'm basically going to be telling you guys that you're not alone. I know that there is a lot of times these days that we get to feeling alone, anxious, worried, lonely, sad. All those negative emotions can just completely overtake us, and it's not a good feeling. But I just want to discredit that for y'all real quick. So I'm going to start out by saying you're never alone, ever. Hebrews 13:5 says he will never leave you nor forsake you. He loves you and cares for you. So I want to remind you that when it's 4 o'clock in the morning and you're up and you're crying and you're upset and you feel alone, no matter what, you have his full attention. He's listening to you. He cares for you. And what's so great is that he's not going to be that person who, while you're trying to tell them everything that you feel, while you're laying it down, he's not going to be that person who's checking Snapchat or going through Instagram or liking Facebook or texting their other best friend. No, he's there. He's actively listening and participating in the conversation, whether you know it or not. And he's a great listener. He takes into account everything you say. And he's not going to be that one who spills all your secrets, who tells other people what you're feeling, what you're thinking. He keeps it to himself. And that's such a great thing because, you know, he also knows what you're thinking. So whatever you say doesn't surprise him at all. He's not going to be like, oh my God, I cannot believe she feels that way. No, he's not surprised by anything. He's actually pretty used to how your mind works, considering he made you. And that comforts me so much when I am in an active prayer conversation with God, you know, because prayer is supposed to be a conversation with God. It's not like a speech or a one-way street. It's a two-way street. And what I love about that is that God isn't going to sit there and say, you know, that's not the case. You know, that's not how it really is, because he knows how your mind works. So instead of discrediting everything that you say all down the list, he's just going to say, okay, I see how you feel that way, because he gets it. He knows you. He knows how you work. He gets your psyche. And I think that's the most beautiful thing, that the person who created the entire universe, like everything that we see and that we don't, he created. And he created you. He created me. And he cares for us so much that he made us in his image. And I think that's really great. And that's really something. And I'm just going to go ahead and say, I've been through some very dark places, so I'm completely authorized to talk about this. Like, it's not always sunshine and roses with me, y'all. I have been in some very dark places. I've felt alone. I've been scared. I've been anxious. I deal with anxiety, like, on the daily, y'all, okay? I mean, I've been up at 4 a.m. sometimes crying because I'm like, God, I don't know what to do. I'm lost. And I've been at a loss for words sometimes. So I'll pray and I'll just say, dear God, and then I'll just sit there in complete silence. I'll just sit there because I don't know what to say, and I'll just be weeping. And what I think is so great is that, you know, while we sit there and while we cry, we can sit there in the stillness and know that he is good. You know, we can sit there in the stillness and in the silence and know that even in this, he hears our every thought. Unlike that friend who's going to go and gossip, unlike that person who's going to go and turn back around and hurt us, he's just listening. He's just listening. And he does, you know, and he knows what's going to happen. He knows what is going to happen to us in the future. And another thing that I think is just so great is that he understands. You know, he understands how we feel because he's been here. He's been on earth. He's been rejected. He's been denied. He was crucified for our sins, for our transgressions. You know, he bore them on the cross for us. And so he knows what it feels like to take the blame for something he didn't do. He knows what it feels like to be crucified and hurt physically, mentally, emotionally, in every sense of it. He cried out to his Father in the garden, you know, and he just said, why? We know that. So it's like we can't say, God, you don't know how we feel. We don't, because he does. He knows exactly how we feel. And that's another thing. Like when I feel alone, when I feel sad or depressed or hurt, what helps me is saying, God, I know you know exactly how I feel. Because then I'm like, what I'm feeling is completely normal. And what you're feeling is completely normal. And it may not be the best feeling in the world. It may not be pleasant. It could be downright just hurtful. Somebody could have hurt you. You know, something could have happened in your family or in your friends group that could have killed you. And that's one thing about me that I think is so important. I never had a friends group. So I'm also talking to that person who maybe has one or two friends, because that was me my whole life. I've never just had this huge group of friends who I went places with, who I did things with. I never really had that in my life. I've always had one or two close friends. I was always what they like to call a floater. So I never really had like a group of people that would always be at my house, always be pulled up in my driveway, you know, always be listening to me and caring about me. And I never had that. You know, I had one person or two people who listened and cared, and that's it. And there's nothing wrong with that either. I didn't quite know where I belong. I still don't really know where I belong, and that's okay. You know, it's okay. There are people older than me who don't know where they belong, and it's fine. That's completely normal too. I'm a floater. I like different things. And you know what? Who cares? It's 2017, y'all. We can like different things. We can have different interests. And, you know, God created all of us to be unique. God created all of us to have our own opinions about things. God created all of us to feel a certain way about certain issues. And I think that's another thing that is so beautiful, is that He didn't create us all with, you know, as one like-minded person or one like-minded being or society. He created us with all different opinions, and they're all beautiful, and you know, they're not always right, but he created us to be our own people, to be our own individual. And I think that sometimes that's what leads to a lot of this hurt, this rejection, this pain that we go through in life. But you know, even when this happens, even when we feel lonely and anxious and sad, we have to remember that we're not alone. And we have to remember that God knows what's going to happen. He holds our future in His very hands. He's been there. And you know what else? And this is what inspires me the most and helps me through those rough days the most. God knows what's going to happen. Nothing surprises Him. Nothing. Nothing at all. There's nothing you could say or do in this minute that would surprise Him, because He knows what you're going to do, and He knows what you're about to say, and He knows our future. You know, for me, I've been very anxious about my future, being in college, I'm about to be a sophomore in college, so I'm stressed out about that, and I'm worried, I'm anxious, I'm sad, I don't know what I'm going to be doing in my life, and I'm going to be really transparent. That scares the heck out of me, that I don't know what I'm going to be doing in a couple of years. But what I do know is that whatever it is, it's going to be His purpose for me, and that is what keeps me strong, and that's what should keep you strong too. Whatever happens, it's God's plan, and it's fine. Everything is fine. Take a deep breath. Lastly, I just want to ask you guys if you've ever heard the song Pieces by Amanda Cook. If not, go look it up after this. It's such a beautiful song. It's what got me through this year. One of the lyrics says, "You don't give your heart in pieces. You don't hide yourself to tease us." And this is such a great reminder, because so many people give their heart in pieces. They say, okay, you can have this little piece, you can have this little piece, but there's nobody who loves us like the Lord will. Not our parents, not our friends, not our teachers, not our peers. Nobody's going to love us like the Lord does. Nobody's going to love us so completely and so wholly. And nobody's going to love us for who we are, flaw after flaw after flaw after flaw, like God does. Nobody's going to love us the way He does. And, you know, He's not going to just say, I only love you this much. He loves you beyond our understanding. He's the only one who can truly fathom how much He loves us, because it is that much. This flawed, disgusting, ugly, sinful person that we are, He doesn't love it, but He loves us. And that is so beautiful. We are His creation. Sin is disgusting, but He came to right our wrongs. He came to fix it. And that should encourage us. And he doesn't hide himself to tease us. He's not going to say, oh, it's Friday night. Oh, it's early in the morning. Oh, he's here Friday night, Saturday night, all day Sunday, all day Monday, all day Tuesday, all day, every day, 24/7. He's there. He's listening to you. And when you cry, he holds your hand. He's not going to be surfing through Facebook. He's going to be listening to every last word you say and actively working things out in your good, because he works for the good of those who love him, and he wants what's best for you. So next time, when you're like me, and when you feel alone, when you feel like you don't have anybody, when you don't know what to say or who to talk to, just cry out to him, even if you don't say anything at all. Even if you sit in silence, even if you cry for an hour, 2 hours, hour and a half, whatever, however long, even if you're sitting there crying, he knows what every tear is for, and he will dry every single tear. So I just want to remind you guys of that today, because that's just so encouraging, and it makes me so happy to talk about that. And I'm going to post the link to my blog in the description below, so be sure to click on that, and be sure to like and subscribe. And I love you guys very much. Have a blessed day.